So welcome. Today is Friday, May 9th. In a couple of days, it's going to be Mother's Day. And I woke up this morning and I'm like, I should just do a training. Like, it would be so helpful for people just to be able to lean into Mother's Day, and just have a day or so to even just think about how they want to lean into Mother's Day. Not just that, though. We can think of these skills and this information of what I'm about to share, as something that we can use to lean into appreciation and connection with ourselves and other people any day. So, welcome to a mindful journey of self-care and nourishment designed especially for mothers. This gentle training invites you to reconnect with yourself through your breath, openness, and authentic expression. So, hi, I'm Kelly Berthold. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, and I care so much about just helping people feel more connected with themselves, to build more trust in themselves and their own abilities, and to also just learn the foundations for thriving. And I do this in as many different ways as I possibly can. So let's get into it. So welcome. Today, our intentions are to create a sacred space. This moment is dedicated entirely to your well-being. And when we regulate our body, we can make choices that help us connect to ourselves and others. So first, we're going to start with regulating our breath, because the breath is the anchor, and it really helps us just take a pause that helps our body slow down and be present in the moment. And it also helps our mind and our attention and our ability to make useful, intentional choices. So when we first bring it to the anchoring of the breath, we then can decide how we want to proceed once we take that moment to regulate. So regulate the body to help regulate the mind. Sometimes we use the mind to connect to our body, but nevertheless, it's important to connect to both, not just the breath, not just the mind, but that these things are interconnected. And when we take a moment to pause and make this whole body connection, we do get to make more intentional, proactive choices. So we'll start with the breath. Calm your system. So learn to use your breath as an anchor in busy moments. And also then in that moment, receive affection, love, attention, whatever it may be. You're opening yourself up to being vulnerable and accepting something that maybe it feels easy for you to receive a hug. Maybe it feels easy for you to say to someone that you want some space, or that you want to take some time to yourself, or that you just want 5 minutes to indulge in eating something you enjoy by yourself in your room, watching your favorite show. Taking the moment to just be present with people providing that or offering that to us and accepting it. And also being able to intentionally and effectively ask for those things and allowing those needs to be heard and received. We're going to bridge all those things together today in this short workshop. So practice the art of opening to support and voicing your needs. So the power of the breath. The breath is always available. Your breath requires no special equipment. It's free and a powerful tool that's within you in every moment. It is the one thing that you have control of, and you also don't have control of. You can regulate it, you can make it go faster, you can make it go slower, you can hold it, and you may be living many hours, and in fact you are living many hours a day, not thinking about it at all. So use that anchor of the breath. I often think of it as a keystone. It's the one thing that kind of holds all these other pieces together. So when thoughts race, return to your breath. You can do that in stressful parenting moments. You can do that in a moment when you feel like you're going to react to your partner or your spouse, and think a moment before you say whatever may be like on the forefront of your mind. Take a breath, think about it. You can do that at work. You can do that at the grocery store when you have to rush and get home or to the next thing, or at gas pumps when you're just waiting for your gas tank to fill up, and at stoplights. Anytime you have a moment to just kind of be at that space, whether you're stressed or you're calm, take that moment of present awareness to slow down and connect to the breath. The breath is also a physiological reset. conscious breathing activates your parasympathetic nervous system. So our autonomic nervous system is two branches. Our sympathetic response is our fight, flight, and freeze. People are often very familiar with fight and flight, right? So I have a reaction to either fight something, run away from something, or freeze and not do anything at all. And in day-to-day life, that may look more like a snappy reaction to our kids or our partner or a family member, or it may be passive-aggressively avoiding a conversation or making a comment that we're hoping subliminally someone's going to like understand the meaning of what we have to say because we don't feel like we can approach confidently and effectively what we do want to say. Freeze may be not saying anything at all because we don't feel secure in how we're focusing on being able to get through that moment. So the parasympathetic response is your rest and digest. So why rest and digest? Well, because when your body feels relaxed, you actually digest food better. And so when you are able to slow down, your gut and all the other organs of your body, instead of just focusing on survival, are able to properly digest food or nutrients, or even like your kidneys and liver can focus on processing waste. So slowing down our breath is really, really healthy for our body too. And the more we do it, the better we get it, the more it actually becomes more automatic for us. Maybe not fully automatic, but we can have more moments of our day where we're able to, with less conscious energy, check in with our breath and just slow ourselves down. So we are more prone to being reactive. And what we want to do is actually increase and strengthen those, if you think of them like muscles, those mental muscles of building a little bit more balance in our proactive, slowing down parasympathetic responses. And so when we attempt to just kind of like take that breath, especially belly breaths, which I'll talk about in a few moments, we're slowing down our nervous system, and that also allows our brain to not be in a fight or flight, which helps us have more conscious and conscientious, intentional thinking. So regulate the breath, have a pause, and then be able to focus more intentionally on the things that are not just going to help us in the short term or resolve our feelings, urges, and desires in the short term, but can also incorporate and bridge in the things that are important to us in the long term. So breathing techniques for calm. What I'm going to teach you today is called paced breathing. So what we want to attempt to do is inhale for a count of 4. That count of 4 can look different for you and for anybody else. But the intentional breath here is to have a slower rather than faster breath. So take a moment now, just wherever you are, standing, sitting, watching. Relax your eyes just for a moment and bring your mental attention inward to focusing on your breath and just natural in and out of your inhale and your exhale as it is now. Do that for like just 2 or 3 breaths. Okay, and then on the next breath, see if you can inhale for a count of 4. 1, 2, 4. Okay. And next, we're going to just pause at the top of the breath and exhale longer for a count of 6 or 8. So I'll go ahead and slow down for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then notice the pause at the end of the exhale. Carbon dioxide in our body, although obviously we don't want to be inhaling and exhaling a lot of carbon dioxide. But what it does, it actually tells your body when you're pausing in your breath or holding on your breath or having a slower exhale. It does kind of like use the manual shift if your body's a car, and it turns it down a gear into the parasympathetic rest and digest response. So this is a natural way to help your body just slow down through your body's own sensory system of carbon dioxide. And it says we shouldn't be putting in too much energy and oxygen and all these other stress hormones because the captain of our ship right now, you, is saying that we can slow down and just like, not feel like we have to be going at 100 miles per hour right now. We don't have to be reactionary right now. There isn't anything that we have, imminent threat to our survival right now. I can slow down, gather my mental resources, and decide how to proceed. So what's important here is that anytime that you're taking a breath, breathing into your belly, we also say breathing into your diaphragm. So diaphragmatic breathing is like expanding in and out your rib cage. Okay? This is good for your vagus nerve activation, which that vagus nerve helps with your rest and digest response. So belly breathing, expanding your rib cage, really pausing into like feeling your abdominal muscles relaxed and fully expanded, and then slowly exhaling. So square breathing is a really great way to remember this. So thinking of it as an inhale of 4, a pause for 4 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, and an exhale for 4, and then another pause for 4. So you see here that the inhale is short, and the pause and the exhales are longer. So whatever way you want to do the math, using a visual aid like a square, drawing a square for 1, 2, 3, 4, over and over again in your mind. It can help having a visual aid in your mind to help you slow down, and to also use counting and guiding of your breath. So our brain doesn't like to do a lot of multitasking. So the more that you're trying to slow down your thoughts, if your mind is racing, focus on counting, focus on visual aids, even like waves coming in and out, or somewhere that you can picture in your mind that's very calming while you're practicing this breathing. It could be really helpful to pair those two things together, imagery and counting and your breath, whenever you're practicing regulating your nervous system. So long, slow exhales. Focus on extending your exhale and let the tension flow out with each breath. Now, if you really want a quick shortcut for this to really help your nervous system and your body regulate, practice using your right hand thumb and closing your right nostril and breathing in and out only through your left nostril. Okay, so this is a way to have your body physiologically naturally have to slow down. So this isn't just your mind controlling your breath, but your left nostril inhaling and exhaling, it connects more directly to your vagus nerve, which helps you regulate your nervous system. And it also is a fast track way to make your body slow down, because you literally cannot inhale or exhale any more air than what is available to go in and out of that nostril. It's natural to make this feel, or it's natural that this feels more uncomfortable for individuals when they're practicing. That's totally fine. So if it feels claustrophobic to you, see if you can just practice awareness of that and just notice how that makes you feel with the curiosity. And if it feels like it's too much, say you're really congested, you have a sinus infection, right? Or you're just not breathing that well, trust yourself to notice that difference and stop, right? So just do what works best for you. You're the expert on you. Please always do what works best for you. So the science behind it: vagus nerve activation. Deep breathing stimulates your vagus nerve. This calms your entire system. It leads to a physiological shift. Your heart rate slows. Stress hormones decrease, because stress hormones actually are not bad. They're just what is produced in our body when we feel like we have to rise to challenges. The problem is that our body is rising to challenges all the time. So it's rising to this challenge of, I'm 5 minutes late for this meeting, or I have to get my kid to their sports practice on time, or I have nothing to make for dinner tonight, and I can't believe it's going 3 nights in a row that, I'm preheating something and I'm blaming myself. All those thought processes, emotions, actual situations, imagined situations, they all cause some level of physiological stress that our body feels like we have to rise to a challenge for. So what we want to teach our body is that it doesn't have to do that all the time. And it's also not productive or useful. So When we're constantly stressed like that, it raises our blood pressure because our body thinks that it needs to speed up delivery of these resources to all our these other body parts for us to fight things or run away or freeze. So when you slow down your breath, you actually expand and dilate your blood vessels. And again, like you allow more blood to go to your gut for digestion rather than going to these muscle parts to, like you need them in your bicep and you're Mike Tyson, you're going to punch a guy out, right? Not necessary. So it allows for a physiological shift to naturally get your body back into slowing down and saying, I'm not running away from a bear. I'm not going to get eaten right now. Nothing dangerous is happening. I can be present here and it's going to be okay. So slow down your heart rate by slowing down your breath. It's good for you. It's good for your body. And by practicing this regulation, even just modeling it, you do it also for your kids. Your kids are absorbing how you're practicing regulating. They're absorbing how you're practicing slowing down and noticing how you can approach a moment. So it's good for you and it's also good for your family. It also allows for mental clarity. The mind quiets, space opens, and you become receptive to more connection. If we're not defending ourselves, then we have more space to being vulnerable. It is not really physiologically possible for you to be in a stress reactive response and also be open and willing and vulnerable at the same time. Those things are kind of counterintuitive, okay? So if you slow down your body, it allows you more space and opportunity to accept and receive affection and love and caring and consideration and compassion from other people. And it also allows you more of the opportunity to think about what you want in the short term and the long term and effectively communicate it. So first we're going to talk about accept, receiving love and care. So taking a moment to pause, notice the urge to reject help, to take a breath instead. Awareness of how I'm feeling, slowing it down. Okay. Inhale, yes, I can receive. Breathe in acceptance and allow yourself to be nourished. I'm aware of how I'm feeling and I want to feel this way. I'm accepting how I'm feeling, non-judgmentally, and I want to receive what someone is offering. Okay, so exhale, let it in. Release a resistance, open your shoulders, open your palms, put a slight gentle smile and smirk on your face, relax your facial muscles, relax your stomach muscles, okay? Just allowing your body to be open. Release that resistance and let support permeate through your being. And then open. Open yourself. Welcome affection. Lean into it. Okay? So if you were a tree, I want you to lean into the direction, okay, that you're allowing yourself to just experience the breeze. Okay? So welcome the affection, welcome the attention. Many of us have defense mechanisms where our body's like, okay, well, they're only doing this for this reason, or it makes me feel uncomfortable to receive love. Well, yeah, there's a lot of things probably from our childhood and probably from our upbringing and probably from society that have had an impact on us being defensive and saying, okay, I think you're trying to give me love, but I don't know how to receive it because I don't trust it. That's okay. Try to trust yourself that you will know the difference if it's truly threatening, and that you will escape it if it's actually threatening. And if it's not in this moment, lean into it. Lean into help, lean into accepting time, lean into accepting presence from others. Okay? Rinse and repeat. Pause. Inhale. Exhale. Open. Pause and notice. Inhale and accept the moment for how you're feeling, non-judgmentally. Choose to lean into this moment and open yourself up to it. Okay, so next approach. Ask for what you need. Ask for what you want. clearly and effectively. Okay, so a lot of us have a hard time with communicating what we want and need effectively because we're concerned about the results of what will happen if we're vulnerable in actually communicating those needs. So what we want to attempt to do is recognize that fear of vulnerability, recognize how it is attempting to protect us, but it's an overprotective mechanism more often than not. And again, like we did with accepting affection, we want to be able to remind ourselves that we are capable of noticing the difference when approaching and asking for our wants and our needs could be actually dangerous, okay? Or threatening in some way. If you're not truly going to get hurt by who you're asking for, and you're thinking about what are the pros and cons of me being defensive in this way, if you know most of it is that it's likely to be received well, attempt to communicate it as genuinely as you know it's showing up in your mind. And our communication can be kind. It doesn't have to be defensive. It doesn't have to be, again, full of a self-defense in our body to like decrease the possibility of us getting hurt. Because honestly, it tends to lead to arguments. Those defenses tend to be, kind of like shooting ourselves in our own feet. So what we're attempting to do is pause and breathe. Create space before responding or requesting. Identify what your want and your need is. Write it down if you want to. Connect with what would truly nourish you. And try to think of it in as simple of a 1 to 2 sentences as you possibly can. I want this. I need this. I would like this for this period of time. Can we make it work? I need this to work for me. Voice it clearly. Use I would love or it would mean a lot if. Use I statements. Not, you never give me this. It's, I would like this right now. I need this for myself right now. I want this for a certain period of time. Asking is not a burden. It's an invitation to connection. Your needs matter and deserve expression. Communicating with kindness is not people-pleasing. Being able to say what I want clearly is not people-pleasing. Okay? So some tidbits here for thinking about how to communicate with kindness. Is what I have to say true? Is what I have to say necessary? Is now the right time? And can I say it a way that is just kind? Okay? So think of our body tone, think of our language. Again, is it full of defense mechanism? Is it full of frustration or rage? Or can I communicate it calmly and openly and sincerely? So this Mother's Day and any day, you deserve time. Alone time, unstructured hours, or moments of stillness. You deserve space. Find a clean room, an outdoor space, anywhere that you feel like you can just like even get under the covers and get some distance for your own personal rejuvenation or reflection. Receive touch and ask for touch. A gentle massage. Hugs. Gentle or physical comfort. Hugging your partner or your spouse or your kids for like 20 seconds to 30 seconds. It releases oxytocin in the body, and it's a love hormone, one. It's also a stress hormone, but it's a stress hormone in a great kind because it's like, ooh, it's rejuvenating our body for connection and attachment, and it's so healing. A lot of, I think, Western cultures really have a hard time with like leaning into the vulnerability of physical touch. And it should be touch that you welcome. It should be touch that feels good for you. And even if it's just like holding hands, but don't resist passive aggressively or defensively or in your insecurity. Try to lean into touch that feels good and safe to you and navigate that in ways that work for you. And don't forget to celebrate. Celebrate yourself. Recognize your worth. You are worthy. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of dignity. You are worthy of respect. You're worthy of health. You're worthy of appreciation. You're worthy of joy. You are worthy just as you are now. You do not need to be or do anything else other than who you are. Celebrate the core of yourself. Not just the roles. Not just the tasks. Not just the accolades. Celebrate who you are uniquely. You are worthy and you are enough. So now I'm going to end with a loving kindness reflection. If you're listening in, just taking time to pause. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. And just taking some breaths here, noticing the inhale and the exhale. The top of the breath and the bottom of the breath. Allowing your muscles to relax in your face, your shoulders, your jaw, your arms and your hands, your stomach muscles. Just taking a moment to breathe and imagine all that additional stress and weight that you're holding in your body just pouring down through your feet and into the ground and releasing. So imagine yourself in your mind as if you're looking at yourself in a mirror. And try to say this to yourself with a gentle smirk on your face. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I be loved. May I trust myself. May I be at peace. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I be loved. May I trust myself. May I be at peace. Now focusing on thoughts regarding your children. May my children be healthy. May they be safe. May they be loved. May they trust themselves. May they be at peace. May my children be healthy. May they be safe. May they be loved. May they trust themselves. And may they be at peace. And next for your partner. May my partner or my spouse be healthy. May they be safe. May they be loved. May they trust themselves. And may they be at peace. May my partner be healthy. May they be safe. May they be loved. May they trust themselves. And may they be at peace. And now sending loving kindness and compassion to all mothers. May all mothers be held in compassion. May I hold myself in compassion. May all mothers be healthy. May all mothers feel safe. May all mothers feel loved. May all mothers trust themselves. And may all mothers be at peace. Take another few moments, just breathe in and out. When you're ready, I'd like to say thank you and a happy Mother's Day to you. Choose to lean into trusting yourself and listening to your wants and needs, accepting love from others, approaching and communicating effectively what you'd like for yourself. Rest in ways that feels useful for you. Your worth isn't measured by your productivity. Rest is a biological priority, and it starts with the breath. Love yourself. Open to receiving the love that surrounds you. You deserve it fully. And you deserve joy today, Mother's Day, and every day. Use the breath to lean into moments of embracing joy. Embracing eye contact. Embracing a hug. Embracing the light or even the rain. Embrace moments of lightness and delight. Your joy matters. Happy Mother's Day today and always, and may you breathe deeply, receive openly, and ask confidently.